Sault College have not played a game since November 15th when they beat Lawrence Tech by a score of 9-1. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Sault College Cougars hockey. My name is Mike Armitage, and I'll have the play-by-play for tonight's game between the Sault College Cougars and the visiting Central Michigan Chippewas. Central Michigan comes into today's game with 14 games played, 9 wins, 4 losses, and a tie. Sault College comes into today's game with 11 games played, 11 wins, no losses. And let's go down at this time to ice level for the playing of both the American and Canadian national anthems. Central Michigan Chippewas will start tonight's game with the line of Macy Angerman. Number 4, Macy Angerman. Number 61, Gabriella Nixon. And number 8, Caitlin Williams. On defense, number 7, Declan Whitus. And number 16, Gabby Lepore. Starting in goal for Central Michigan tonight will be number 37, Lainey Flegel. And the Sault College Cougars will start game 1 with the line of the captain, number 6, Emily. Number 17, Materia Land. And number 21, the team's leading scorer, Caitlin Jock. And on defense, number 11, Amelia Williams. And number 19, Matea Glavoda. Starting a goal for your Sault College Cougars will be number 30, Farah Barstad. Central Michigan in their ruby red jerseys with yellow trim. Sault College in their home whites with blue trim. Here we go on a snowy and icy evening in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. And off the draw, Lee has it back to Globoda. Bounces that off the far boards. And that's Angerman trying to get it back inside the Sault College zone. Amelia Williams up the center on the tape of Jock. Quickly to Material Land. And she dumps it in behind the Central Michigan goal. Whitus fires out all the way around. Material Land couldn't get to that one. Globoda keeping it in. And it's that one hopped by Globoda all the way down the ice. No icing as Globoda got a piece of that. Amelia Williams for the Cougars on the right left wing for Lee. Williams overskated that one. Being bothered in behind her own goal. That's Borlas has the puck. Borlas for Central Michigan. Checked by Jock. Comes back to the point. Shoots. That's steered aside by Farstad. Land. Big collision on the near boards. And that was Land. And Sato. The near boards. Maddie Fick. The deuce. Number 2. First Sault College. She lost that one to Lou. And Danica West gathers it in the neutral zone. Over to Steen. Quickly up to Danica West. West. Oh, it's Sullivan. Ran off the end of her stick. Stoss on the near boards. As that puck bounced off the glass. Fick coming in looking for a loose puck. Fick bangs it loose. She has it. Backhand. Pass to Stoss, but that was too far ahead of number 25. West. She was checked right away. And Musser just gets it out. And it's out into the neutral. Steen across to Fick. Fick over the line around Sato. Fick shoots. And that was blocked. Quickly picked up by Hayden Dunn. Dunn shoots. And a right pad save by Flegel. And that's going to come out into the center ice area. Abby McDonald for the Cougars. Leaves it there for Fick. Back comes Tara Knight. Shoots. That was blocked by Musser. Knight trying to get that in front of the net. Ed Hubert. She was checked right away by Dunn. Dunn fighting for the puck. Dunn comes out with the puck. Knight lurking around in front of the goal. Bounces that back to the point. And that was a dangerous pass by Walsmith, but it made it across. Weaver, front of the net. Dunn shoots. That was blocked by Armstrong. Knight. Weaver, right to Dunn. Back. And McDonald couldn't keep it in. So Sault College has to tag up. Walsmith to Dunn. Dunn fires it deep inside the Central Michigan zone. The Cougars have to change. And that's Sato off the near boards. That was a pass, wasn't very hard, and it was almost intercepted. Gabby McDonald turning in her own zone. Number 20, gorgeous skater. Up to Gracie Dale. Dale shoots, and that was wide. And that's Laidlaw. Back to the point. McDonald shot, and that one off the stick of number 61, Nixon. Laidlaw. Dale, that went through her skates. Bantazier coming in to get the puck, and she was checked by Central Michigan, and it comes out. Side the zone, Walsmith to Dale. Dale was hammered, and that was textbook body checking, but no penalty on the play. Back comes Central Michigan. Shoots. That was blockered high over top of the glass. And out of play by Farstad. Big time body check just inside the Central Michigan zone with no call on that play. That was an open ice hit. Not sure why that wasn't called. 16:08 left to go in the first period. No score with the faceoff coming to the right of the Sault College goal. Land gets it out inside, out of her own zone. Del Rey gets it inside the Sault College zone. And that's Boisano getting out of her own zone. But not for long as it comes back. And Amelia Williams will come back to get it. Williams stumbles. Stops. Turns. Being bothered by Lou. Boisano. Oh, that was a bad pass there by Boisano. And she lucked out there. And no damage done. Now she put it right on the tape of number 4, Macy Angerman. That's not the player you want with the puck. She's the team's leading scorer. Jock Speaking of the team's leading scorer, oh, dangerous back pass, Jock. But got away with that as well. Here comes Matty Fick down the right side. Fick punches it by Whitus. Right in front of the net. And Angerman quickly up to Williams. Sullivan with some nice back checking to take the puck and give it to Danica West. Another pass up the middle, and the Sault College Cougars locked out again. That's the third time in less than a minute that they've made some dangerous passes. Back comes Sault College, and Danica West, number 7, was just over the line ahead of the puck. 14:41 left to go in the first period. Still no score. Hubert and Sullivan on the draw, and Sullivan wins that. Back to Glavoda. Glavoda around Hubert. Coming into the center, and she was poke checked, but it comes in front of the net, and Stas had a chance. Another shot by Sullivan, and that went wide. Hubert on the far side, and that's picked up by Del Rey. And it's dumped back inside the Chippewa zone. Windhurst gets it inside the Sault College zone. And Boisneau, check, that's McDonald on the far side. To Weaver, she lets it go. And Knight tips it up to Dunn. And that puck was behind everybody. Abigail McDonald across to Lydia Steen. Steen carrying the puck over the line. Still has it. Steen leaves it for Weaver, but she was checked right away. And the puck hops into the Central Michigan bench with 13:36 left to go in the first period. We're still waiting a first goal of game 1 of this 2-game homestand. This will be the final homestand of the season for the Sault College Cougars, and the final homestand as they are of a D2 team as they are moving up to the Division I program next season. Lou on the near boards. Couldn't get that puck by Steen. Dale to Laidlaw. Laidlaw around Lou. Shoots, and she shot that one wide. Del Rey on the right next to her bench. Del Rey trying to get the puck out. And the puck squirts out to Gracie Dale. Shoots right on, and that's steered aside by Flegel. Sato bangs that off the boards. Down the ice. With Wall Smith going back for the puck. That will be icing on Central Michigan. 13:03 left to go in the first period. No score. Face-off will be to the... Which side will Sault College choose? They will choose to the left of Central Michigan goal. Lee, Land. No, check that. They'll change their mind. It'll go to the right. Jock, Lee, Land, Wasino, and Wall Smith for the Cougars. Lee in behind the goal. In front of the net. Material Land had a couple of whacks at that one. And Flegel was there. Wall Smith. That went off the stick of Jock. And the puck's out into the center ice area. Wall Smith back in. That went up. That's Sato. And she just dumps it off into an open wing. And Mayana Boisneau will be back for the Cougars. She bounces that off the boards. Up to Material Land over the line. Material Land shoots, and she shot that one wide. Lee pouncing on the puck. Looking for Wall Smith on the far side. And Whitus. Nice cross-ice pass to Williams. Back to Angerman. Angerman was checked right away by Danica West. West coming in. Nice play by Nixon. Oh, and another collision on the far side. Physical game so far. We're not even halfway through the first period. Williams dumping the puck inside the Central Michigan zone. Lepore just gave that away to Danica West. And she dropped her stick, so she couldn't do any damage. And they're going to call slashing on Central Michigan. And that will be to number 16. Gabby Lepore will sit in the box for slashing. I was watching the play, and I didn't see any slash. I just saw Danica West drop her stick. However, the Sault College Cougars will get their first power play chance of tonight's game. Jock. Back check, that's West. Shoots! Oh, and she rang that one off the post. Danica West, and she can really shoot the puck. And she fired that one off the post. Vic to West. Up to Kate. Stoss. Back to West. Danica West. West. Leaves it there for Stoss. Back to Glavoda. Backdoor play. And West couldn't get the puck. West. Back to Glavoda. That was a nice setup by Glavoda. Matea Glavoda sends it to the net, and that was blocked in front of the goal. And the puck squirts out, and it's shot down the ice by Hubert. Farstad will leave the puck there for Maddie Fick. That pass was too far ahead of Material Land, and that will go all the way down the ice. And that will be icing on the Sault College Cougars. 64 seconds left in the penalty to Gabby Lepore. And 10:53 left to go in the first period. Still no score. Face-off to the left of the Sault College goal. Caitlin Jock winning that draw. Back to Maddie Fick. Quickly, Abby McDonald. And that pass up the middle was intercepted, and it's going to come back. Oh, that wasn't much of an effort there by Horstman. She could have got that puck deep. Emily coming through center ice around Nixon. Lee lost control of the puck, and it's swatted into the corner. Material Land, number 17. Shoots! And that's steered aside by the right pad of Flegel. And that puck jumps over the glass into the netting and out of play. 34 seconds left in the Sault College power play. 10:23 left to go in period number 1. Still no score. Walsmith, Donald, Lee, Jock, Land. Looking to get the Sault College Cougars on the scoreboard. Abby McDonald couldn't keep it in as it bounced away. And she shot it back in. And number 22, Allison Haney, will rip it off the boards and out into the center ice area. Material Land gathers it in. Skating well down the right side. Around Saudi. Around the goal. Land pushes it back to McDonald. Back to Land. Coming in. Land shoots. Rebound. Another chance. Oh, and the Sault College Cougars couldn't capitalize. And that was their best chance on this power play. And the Lee with a shot, and she was looking short side high. And what a save that was by Lainey Flegel as she took that high shot away. As it had eyes looking for the top corner. Some late pressure on the power play by the Cougars, but no success. 9:44 left to go in the first period. And the face-off will come to the left of Lainey Flegel. Sullivan, West, Stoss, Steen, Williams, and Sato has the puck off the draw on the far side for Kashup, and she couldn't get it out. Danica West keeping it in, and she fires it to an open wing. Sato off the glass. Steen will keep that in. Sullivan, nice move by Sullivan on her knees. Steen will keep it in. Nice move by Steen. And there was a shot, high blockered away. Another chance by Stoss. Scores! And that all started by number 8, Lydia Steen, with a gorgeous play to keep the puck in. And a nice move and sent that puck towards the goal. And number 25, Peyton Stoss, gets a rebound. And it's 1-0 for the Sault College Cougars. 9:15 left to go in the first period. Sault College up by 1. Knight winning that draw. McDonald to Dunn. McDonald joining the rush. Dunn! And Weaver was a half a stride ahead of the puck. And that was offside. Dunn quickly off the draw. Down the left wing. Shoots, and she shot that one over top of the goal. Lou on the near boards, kept in by Steen, and that went off. Number 10, Weaver, still inside the Central Michigan zone. Dunn to Dyke. Back to Dunn. Dunn's going to come right out. Rebound! And Dunn had two chances there, and no success. Haney almost gave that away to Tara Knight. And Michigan, Central Michigan, gets it out into the neutral zone. Weaver let that go, and that's picked up by Central Michigan. That's bounced off the boards by Lepore down the ice, and that will be icing. As Lepore was looking for number 61, Gabriella Nixon, but couldn't find her, and icing is the call. 8:16 left to go in the first period. Sault College 1. And Central Michigan Chippewas, no score. Fantazier, Laidlaw, and Dale. Laidlaw back to Walsmith. Walsmith shoots it into an open wing in behind the goal. Waitis to Lou. Lou gets it up down the ice. That could be icing on Central Michigan, and that will be icing once again on the visitors. 8:01 left to go in the first period. Sault College 1 and Central Michigan no score. And that's Waitis in behind the goal. Couldn't get it out. Walsmith shoots. That's steered away. Dale. And it ends up on the stick of Nixon to Angerman. Angerman, that pass was in behind Lou. And Wasino bounces that off the board. So Laidlaw, but she lost control of that. It's going to come out. And Sault College has to come out. Laidlaw and Fantazier making changes. But Wasino is going to keep it in. Shoots, that was blocked. And Wasino hammers her player at another no call. Holy cow. Another gorgeous body check in a no body checking league. Walsmith on the far side. Jock back to Walsmith. To Lee. Rink wide pass on the tape of number 17. Material down the right side. Shoots. And that's blocked by the right pad of Flegel. Lavoda. Oh, and she just gave that one away. Back comes Del Rey. But Vic was there in time. Check that. That was Cash Up, not Del Rey. 43, not 13. Comes Jock. She was hauled down. Lee comes in, picks the puck up. Over to Stoss. Stoss being bothered there by Musser. Stoss comes out with the puck. Stoss in front of the net. Vic. Stoss lets that go. Emily Musser in the far corner. And that was off a couple of sticks. Comes a race for the puck. And Fick's going to get there in time to cut a player off. And number 19, Matea Galota, quickly up to Stoss. To Danica West. Over the line. West leaves it for Stoss. Shoots. And that right pad's been busy for Flegel with another save. Amelia Williams will come back and retrieve the puck. That was Morris. That was Horseman. Now let that one go. Sullivan, back pass. And Windhurst will have it in behind the goal. Danica West fires that into an open back door. Sullivan, back to Williams. Williams shoots, and she shot that one well wide. West coming in. Has the puck. Danica West, back to Peyton Stoss. Stoss, it's like she's penalty killing 1-on-2. They can't get the puck from her. Finally, the puck squirts out. And Nixon coming out for Central Michigan. Number 61, Gabriella Nixon, over the line. She has it again. And that backhand pass, not much on it. Then Amelia Williams picks it up. Long outlet pass. Zoe Weaver to Tara Knight. Tara Knight and she had her stick lifted, but gets it back. Tara Knight, good work by number 18 to fight for the puck. And it comes out in front of the net. And Dunn couldn't get it. Vic shoots. Oh, and that went off something high over top of the goal. Hayden Dunn stops. Still has it. Finally, it just comes out over the line, and Matty Fick will have to wait till the Cougars touch up. Hayden Dunn turning in the neutral zone. Has to turn back. Dishes it off to Matty Fick. And Fick dumps it inside the Chippewa zone. And Declan Whitus has it. Back pass to Kiana Lou. Lou gets it out. Just outside the line. Fick. Good work to read that play. Laidlaw couldn't do much with that. Lou. That pass was behind the player coming through center. Laidlaw across to Dale. Dale trying to get around Musser. Laidlaw, she was poke checked. Dale, nice job by number 14 to keep that puck in, and finally it comes out. Pantazier left that there, and there was a Central Michigan player there, right in the way. Dale. Nice shift by number 14. Gracie Dale, she did some tremendous defensive work on that shift. I'm not really sure why the whistle went, but it did with 3:24 left to go in the first period. Oh, there's a penalty on the play. Oh, they made the call. And I don't even know what it was for, as the referees certainly had a delayed reaction to that one. So Central Michigan will go to the power play here late in the first period. That's Walsmith for the Cougars. Around the far boards. Jock grips it. Couldn't get it by Musser. And Musser just gave that to Boisno, and she shoots it down the ice. Peyton Stoss racing with Williams. Flegel hands it off to Williams, but Stoss is going to get the puck. 1-on-2. Watch this girl work. 1-on-2. Penalty killing. Unreal how she penalty kills. And that's Williams coming out with the one. Gave it away. And Jock was knocked down. Another body check. Stoss again on the near boards. 1-on-3. And finally, Central Michigan comes out with the puck. Jock. And Del Rey will give it off to Musser. Musser to Sato. Checked out with Williams. Cross. Nice stick work by Boisno to block that pass. And that will be offside on Central Michigan. 2:21 left to go in the first period. 57 seconds left in the penalty to Aaliyah Fantazier. Fantazier in the box. 2 minutes for hooking. And the face-off will just be outside the Sault College zone. Saudi couldn't get that by Glavoda, who shoots it down the ice. Whitus. And the pass was to nobody. So she'll try again. Declan Whitus to Borlas, who lost control of the puck, and Williams will shoot it down the ice. Gabby Lepore quickly up the wing. And that's Del Rey. Kylie Del Rey. She's some kind of player. Del Rey of Sault College needs to pay attention to her. She's a nice player. Back comes Saudi. Zoe Saudi with the puck at the hash marks. Back to Whitus. Saudi, the near hash marks. Towards the goal, deflected wide by Borlas. And the Sault College Cougars will get it down the ice. And that'll do it for the penalty. If the Sault College Cougars back to full strength, Williams will intercept that pass and not have it for long. As Angerman, she was taken out by number 6, Lee. Williams shoots the puck inside the Sault College zone. Glavoda stops, relieves some pressure, banks out off the boards, but gave that away. Bounces in for the goal, went off 2 skates. And Farstad had to be sharp to keep that out. Back comes Sault College. That's Tara Knight with Land going to the goal. Shoots, and Land deflected that one wide of the goal. Glavoda. Land all by herself, waiting for a pass. That didn't come. And Central Michigan picks up the puck and bounces it off the boards. By the stick of Abby McDonald. Donald throws that to an off wing. And McDonald gets it back. Abby McDonald coming up the near boards. Coming through center. Being hammered and hooked from behind. Hold down. And a dangerous play as she fell into the boards. But she's up. And all good. Off the glass. On the stick of Lydia Steen. Shoots it back in. Danica West takes a whack at that one. And there's the buzzer after 20 minutes to play. The Sault College Cougars are up by a score of 1-0. Some pretty heavy body checks in the first period, but no penalties for body checking. Couple of penalties, one power play for each side, and none coming out with a goal. We'll be back in about 13 minutes time for the second period. Welcome back inside the Northern Community Centre in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. After one period of play, the Sault College Cougars won, and the Central Michigan Chippewas, no score. One power play per side. No power play goals for either team, and a few gorgeous open ice hits. And here we are with the Sault College Cougars up by a score of 1-0. Peyton Stoss lighting the lamp for the Sault College Cougars. Mike Armitage back inside this gorgeous arena for the second period. And teams will change ends. Sault College will skate from right to left on your screen. And the Central Michigan Chippewas will skate from left to right on your screen. Sault College will start with Jock, Lee, Land, Glavoda, and who's on the far side? Number 11, Amelia Williams. Borlas winning the draw for Central Michigan, and that will be played away. But Material Land quickly on the puck for Sault College in front of the goal, and Jock was checked. Amelia Williams on the far side. Williams shoots. That one went off something and it went wide of the goal. Land again. Land quickly. Nice legs this period for Material Land so far. She's looking for a good start here in period number 2. Glavoda. And that's Musser. Emily Musser down the ice. That one off Glavoda, so no icing. Glavoda. Borlas quickly on the puck there. And Land couldn't quite get there. Whitus couldn't keep it in. Material Land will dish that off to Danica West. Shoots, and that one went just wide. Blue. Not out. Now it is. Back comes Central Michigan. Del Rey. And Fick. Good work by number 2 as she took Del Rey out heavily just next to her bench and goes over and says hello for good measure. 18:58 left to go in the second period. Sault College 1, Central Michigan, no score. Steen to West. And she was looking for Peyton Stoss coming through the center. No icing as Stoss was ahead of the race. Sullivan checked by Nixon. Nixon looking off the far boards, and that's going to go all the way down the ice. And that will be icing on Central Michigan. 18:36 left to go in the second period. Central Michigan trailing by 1. Face-off will come to the right of Lainey Flegel. West, Sullivan, Stoss, and Whitus picks up the puck, but Sullivan right away has the puck, and it comes back to Danica West. Back to Steen. Steen sends it to the goal, and that was blocked by Whitus. Steen again. Stoss looking for West, and the puck didn't make it all the way. Maddie Fick on the far side, keeping it in. Sullivan to West. Danica West still has it. Shoots! Oh, and that one just missed the goal. Fick across to Wall-Smith. Wall-Smith, that was blocked. And will she be able to keep it in? She keeps it in. Stoss gets it deep. Stoss needs to change. She's been out there for a bit. Whitus on the near side. Wall-Smith couldn't keep it in as she tried, and it just popped out over the line. And that will be offside. 17:43 left to go in the first period. Sault College 1 and Central Michigan no score. Wall-Smith across to McDonald. McDonald breezing through center. Shoots, and that was stopped by Flegel. Oh, McDonald looking for a rebound, and it jumped over her stick. Saudi Off the boards. Central Michigan down the left side. In front of the goal! Score! Just like that. A pass from behind the goal. Right on the stick of number 88, Brooke Hubert. And she fires it high over top of the blocker of Farrah Farstad. And we're all tied up at 1 goal apiece. $17-18 left to go in the second period. We're all tied up at 1. Amelia Williams bounces that off the boards to Laidlaw. Laidlaw was hit on the far side. Bantazier took the goalie stick with her. Windhurst on the far boards. Haney didn't get that puck by Dale. Bantazier has the puck for Sioux College. Bantazier being hauled down from behind. Gracie Dale from the net, and that went by everybody. Saudi couldn't get that by Williams. Nice work by number 11 to pinch in and keep that puck in. Jock lost control of the puck, and it'll be on the stick of Mariana Boisneau. Boisneau stops, turns, off the boards. Jock, and she thought Land was going to cut to the center. Horseman couldn't get it by Boisneau. Boisneau to Jock. Armstrong leaves it there for Nixon. She was checked from behind by Jock, but the puck still comes deep in the Sioux College zone. Boisneau knocked Dixon down. Land pushes her player down. Emily, the all-time leading scorer for the Sioux College Cougars. Lee in front of the goal. Oh, and Land with a one-timer, and she ripped that one high over top of the net, off the glass. What a setup that was. And Land ripped it wide. Laboda for Sioux College. Sauce in front of the net, and that went off her stick. Back to the point. Maddie Fick shoots, and that was steered up over the glass into the netting and out of play. 15:27 left to go in the second period. Sioux College 1, Central Michigan 1. What a chance for Material Land, as she had a one-time shot, and she got a lot on it too, and she just shot it over top of the goal. Sullivan. Stoss. Back to Glavoda. Stoss couldn't knock that down. Taryn Sullivan. Stoss. Another stick. Ball on the ice. Short side shot by Sullivan, and that was stopped by Flegel. Del Rey has the puck. Kylie Del Rey one-on-one with Maddie Fick. Fick just got enough of Del Rey to thwart that attempt. Danica West streaking towards the puck, and Lepore was there first. Kylie Del Rey coming through, shoots, and that one off a stick wide of the goal. Lavoda being grabbed onto from behind. Puck comes in front of the net, and nobody there. Danica West coming down the left side. West. Front of the net, scores! What an effort by both Sioux College Cougars. Number 7, Danica West, to win the race to the puck. And the number 25, Peyton Stoss, to fight off the defender going to the net. And a gorgeous pass from West to Stoss to the back of the net for Stoss' second goal of tonight's game. And the Sioux College Cougars are up by a score of 2-1. McDonald bounces that off the far side. And that was Hayden Dunn. Miss Weaver. Steen. Not even close to McDonald, so McDonald has to come back. Armstrong shot that one. That's directed away. That was Angerman. Shoots! And that one went wide of the goal. Dunn on the far side. in behind her own net. Abby McDonald off the boards in behind Weaver. Nice move there by Hayden Dunn, the senior. Dunn, she's playing in her final Sault College Cougars homestand. There's Hayden Dunn. And she'll be looking. Dunn steals the puck. Dunn shoots. And that one was flipped high into the air and caught by Lainey Flegel. Sault College 2, Central Michigan 1. 13:32 left to go in period number 2. Stoss, Sullivan, West, Wallsmith, Boisano for the Cougars. Back to Boisano. A backhand pass to Wallsmith. Shoots! And that was swallowed up by Lainey Flegel. 13:25 left to go in the second period. The faceoff will come to the right of the Central Michigan goal. West. Danica West. Comes, spins out. West back to Wallsmith. Sends that to the net, and that was blocked by Saudi. Farstad will take no chances and cover it up with Central Michigan barreling in, looking for a loose puck. 13:07 left to go in the second period. Sault College 2 and Central Michigan no score. Abigail McDonald heading off to the dressing room. We'll hope that that's nothing serious and just maybe an equipment issue she has to take care of. Nixon, front of the net. And Sault College gets control of the puck. Peyton Stoss. Down the right side to Sullivan. Sullivan. And she was checked. West shoots. That one off a skate high over top of the goal. Stoss. Back pass to West. West in behind the goal to Peyton Stoss. Sullivan shoots. Oh, what a chance that was. And Sullivan misfired. West. And Armstrong. Well, third effort to get the puck out of her own zone. Number 31, Armstrong, over the line. And Boisano to Wallsmith. And that pass was in behind Jock. But Land comes in. And a late offside whistle there. As one of the Sault College Cougars was in ahead of the puck. 12:15 left to go in period number 2. Sault College 2. And Central Michigan 1. Lee, Jock, Land, Lavota, and number 11, Amelia Williams for the Sault College Cougars. Kaylin Jock to Material Land. To Emily, the captain, across to Jock. Shoots! And that was gloved down by Flegel. 11:59 left to go in the second period. Sault College 2 and Central Michigan 1. And right off the draw, Sault College Lavota shoots! And that went off something high over top of the net. Material Land. She's had some jump in the second period. Number 17 for the Cougars. Emily off the stick of Jock. Lee comes in to pick up the puck. Lee shoots! And that went off a stick over top of the goal. Del Rey up to the center. Amelia Williams has the puck. She gives that to Laidlaw. Laidlaw almost got away. Lavota. Backhand pass deep in the Central Michigan zone. And Borlas around the boards. Out down the ice. Del Rey and Fick. Fick will win the race as Del Rey decides to change. Fick. Number 2. Look at her go. Galloping through center. Number 2, Maddie Fick. Oh, and there's a tackle try by number 4, Angerman. Couldn't stop Fick. Strong. Number 2, Maddie Fick is. Skated right through that. Fantazier. For the goal, backhand pass. Oh, what a nice pass that was by number 9. Fantazier. Steen. For the goal. And Maisie Angerman bounces it off the boards. And that's Kaylin Williams by Maddie Fick. Back come the Sault College Cougars. That's Laidlaw. Backhand pass to Gracie Dale. Dale around Lepore. Dale in front of the net. And there was nobody there as the Sault College was changing. Lepore up to Angerman. Angerman just give that to Boisseneau. Just barely out of the reach of Hayden Dunn. And back come the Chippewas, but they need a change. Boisseneau. Tried a one-time pass. Check that was number 15, Walsmith. That got that out of her own zone. Knight couldn't keep it. Saudi was bumped there by Weaver. Another body check. Lots of them so far tonight. Musser around the near boards to Saudi. And she gets a nice work to get that out. But Hubert, the goal scorer for Central Michigan. And Boisseneau slows things down. Boisseneau shoots it inside the Chippewa zone. And quickly it comes out. Knocked down by Tara Knight. Diana Boisseneau coming over the line. Shoots! And she ripped that one off the handle of the stick of Flegel. Saudi lost control of that to Weaver. Back to Sullivan. Sullivan coming in. Sullivan, nice move. Backhand shot. Oh, what a move by Sullivan. And I remember 1 year ago, Sullivan had a dynamic move. This one very similar, but she lost control of the puck. Back comes Sault College. Danica West. Danica West shoots. Oh, she's got a rocket. And she shot it over top of the goal. Lavoda, that was picked off. And that's Borlas. One-on-one. Williams trying to catch up. Williams shoot. Whoa. And that was blocked away by Farstad. Williams giving chase. And maybe Borlas had to rush a little bit quicker than she wanted to. Del Rey for Central Michigan. Del Rey drops that off for Musser. Shoots, and that was blocked in front of that. It looked like that went off Sullivan. Some pressure here by Central Michigan. Del Rey with a shot in front of the net, and Farstad right there to gobble it up. With 8:02 left to go in the second period. Sault College 2, Central Michigan 1. Vic to Steen. Oh, and she was looking for Jock coming through center. Emily ends up with the puck. And that back pass just missed. Number 17, Material Land. Land with 2 collisions on this shift already. And Central Michigan has the puck. And that's Kaylin Williams shooting it in. Lydia Steen on the far side. Stopped by Angerman. Jock coming in. Again stopped by Angerman. Angerman. Maisie Angerman. Back to the point. Shoots! That was blocked by Lee. And there's a penalty right there coming up. And that'll be against number 62, Elliot Horstman. And that was probably a good penalty, as if she did not do that, the Sault College Cougars would have had a 2-on-1 opportunity. So the Cougars will get their second power play chance of tonight's game with 7:18 left to go in the second period. West, Sullivan, Stoss, McDonald, and Walsmith up for the Cougars. West leaves it there for Stoss. Stoss back to West. West turning. Again, leaves it for Stoss. Stoss. That pass was between both D and Sault College will have to regroup. Danica West. That didn't take them long. West coming inside to Chippewa zone. Over to Walsmith. Shoots. Rebound. And that first shot went off Sullivan. Stoss to Sullivan. From the net. West. Oh, and she couldn't get anything on that shot. And the puck ends up off the hand of McDonald. They might call this a hand pass. They don't. Walsmith. Oh, that pass looked like it was going too far ahead of West. But it was okay. Stoss. Jock. Another collision as Jock ran over a player. Wallsmith. Over to McDonald. McDonald shoots, deflected in front by Jock. Another shot by Jock. McDonald. Around the goal. Sato trying to intercept that pass. And that's Lee in behind the goal. The puck comes back out. Land with a shot right on. A nice hard low shot. And Flegel was there to stop that. 5:56 left to go in the second period. Sault College 2 and Central Michigan 1. 38 seconds left to go in the power play for the Sault College Cougars. Nixon winning that draw. Back to Williams, but Williams couldn't get it by Glavoda. Glavoda sent it to the net. That went off a stick. And Williams couldn't get it by Fick. Fick, nice play. Material land. Coming in. Shoots. Rebound. And that's gobbled up. And Jock come in with a stick after the whistle. And that didn't cause much of a fuss. And the Sault College Cougars had a couple of good chances so far on this power play. But no results. 5:37 left to go in the second period. Sault College 2 and Central Michigan 1. 19 seconds left in the penalty. To Horstman. Vic. To West. Shoots. Rebound. And somebody was dumped in front of the goal. That was Terrence Sullivan was upended in front of the net. West. Leaves it there for Matty Fick. Penalty's over. Central Michigan back to full strength. Backdoors play to Stoss. And that was intercepted. Back comes Zoe Saudi, who shoots it deep inside the Sault College zone. Glavoda bounces that off the boards. That's Musser back inside the Sault College zone. And that will be icing on Central Michigan. So Central Michigan will not be able to change their players in the ACHA. The icing team is not allowed to change their players. 4:54 left to go in the second period. Sault College 2 and Central Michigan 1. Land right off the draw. Rebound. Nice save by Flegel. Two gorgeous saves by number 37. And Lee taking a pounding in front of the net. Material land. She was pushed. And the puck squirts out. Jock with a shot. That went wide. Musser on the far boards. And the Central Michigan will get the puck out. Not for long. Jock. Unreal, her work ethic. Musser will try again. Oh, she just gave that away to Kaylin Jock. Jock. Front of the net. Jock. Shoots. Rebound. Land. Pounding at the puck. Oh, and Kaylin Jock's not the player you want to have with the puck. She's way up in national scoring as she's about 4th in the country. And Material Land has had a couple of good looks, but no results yet. 4:13 left to go in the second period. Sault College 2 and Central Michigan 1. Millie Williams shoots right on. Rebound. Done with a shot. And another save by Flegel. Done. Wrap around. Oh, and she couldn't get it around in time. Weaver coming in looking for the puck, and the puck comes out. Oh, Tara Knight with a shot. Glavoda. Short pass to Weaver. Del Rey couldn't get it by Tara Knight. Done. And Horseman and Weaver has it on the far side. Back to Williams. Loads it up, and she fires it wide of the goal. And there's going to be a penalty called. And we'll see who it went to because both white and red players went on the ice. So we'll see who gets it. Looks like the red team will get a penalty. And that 2 minutes for interference. And it'll be to number 62, Elliot Horseman. She just came out of the box. Back in the box. So the Sault College Cougars will go back to the power play. Nursing a 1-goal lead with 3:30 left to go in the second period. Sullivan, Stoss, West, Williams, and Glavoda. And the puck comes back inside the Sault College zone. Matea Glavoda will stop. And here she comes, number 19. With the puck. Glavoda. Pass to Danica West. West. Oh, and she swung and missed on that one. Sullivan. Sullivan. Behind the goal. Sullivan to West. For the net. And that went by everybody. Glavoda has the puck by the Sault College bench. Glavoda. Cross to Danica West. West. In the far corner, Peyton Stoss has both goals for the Cougars. Number 19, Glavoda. That one off a skate. Right back to herself. And Williams just off her stick and out into the center ice area. Sault College has to come out and start again. Terrence Sullivan. Around number 16, that's Lepore. To West. Sullivan. And Sadi battling for the puck. Fick keeping it in. West. Nice move. West scores! Danica West. Danica West with a power play goal, and I mentioned earlier that she could rip the puck, and she certainly did on that one as far down. And it's 3-1 for the Sault College Cougars. The Cougars can score in bunches, so we'll see if this opens up the floodgates. Flegel steers it to the side. Laidlaw. And she left that for Armstrong. Bantazier. Laidlaw intercepted by Whitus. That's Williams on the far side, and that's offside, so Sault College has to take up. Gracie Dale lurking around. Lydia Steen for the Sault College Cougars in front of the goal! And that was Laidlaw looking for a deflection. That's Armstrong getting it out into the center ice area. Maddie Fick, British Columbia girl. Up to Fantazier. Leaves it there for Laidlaw. The Aylmer girl. For the goal! Oh! And that was number 14, Gracie Dale. Had a good look there. Lydia Steen shoots! And that was steered away by Flegel. Armstrong out through center. Looking for Williams. Nixon gets it by Steen inside the Sault College zone. Maddie Fick for the Sault College Cougars to Gracie Dale. And she left it. And that's picked up by Borlas. We're under a minute to go in the second period. And here comes Lou shooting the puck inside the Sault College zone. Lydia Steen. She left it there. So Lou beat her to the puck. But Sault College gets it back. And it's back inside the Sault College zone. Lepore shot it back in. Material hand. And she almost powered her way through two players. Emily. Around Borlas. Leaves it there. Jock shoots. Rebound. Material hand coming in late looking for a loose puck. And it wasn't there. Flegel. Nice work there to hang on with no rebound. 22.1 seconds left to go in the second period. Sault College 3 and the Chippewas 1. Jock, Lee, Land, McDonald, and number 15, Lily Wall-Smith for the Cougars. Looking for a last second goal here in the second period to add to the 3-1 lead. Material Land back to Abby McDonald. McDonald. Wall-Smith with a one-time shot, and that one went wide. Jock. Oh, a penalty was called on that play. I missed that. So the Sault College Cougars will end the second period on the power play. Material Land coming in looking for a loose puck. Land has the puck, and that will do it for the second period. After 2 periods of play, the Sault College Cougars 3 and the Central Michigan Chippewas 1. Power play goal by number 7, Danica West, gives the Sault College Cougars a 3-1 lead. And we'll be back in about 13 minutes' time for the third period. Welcome back inside the Northern Community Centre in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. Mike Armitage with the play-by-play for tonight's game between the Sault College Cougars and the visiting Central Michigan Chippewas. Second period saw one goal, a power play goal by the Sault College Cougars, number 7, Danica West. And the Sault College Cougars are up by a score of 3-1. And the Cougars will start the third period on the power play. Jock has the puck for the Cougars. Coming down the right side, Jock right in and shoots. Rebound, the puck was there, and Material couldn't get there. And Land drives her player into the boards. And that will be the end of the Sault College power play. Number 17, White. Material Land will go to the box. And the call will be body checking. So for the next minute and 23 seconds, we'll play 4-on-4 hockey. Hubert, Saudi, Sato, Saudi, Whitus, and the number 22, Allison Haney for Central Michigan. Laboda overskating that puck. Again, some water on the ice. Puck sticking to the ice. Jock. And they'll try the other side. Amelia Williams. To Jock. And Williams decides to stop. And come the other way. Matej Laboda fires it down the ice. And that will be icing. As number 62, Elliot Horseman, comes back and gets the puck. 19:17 left to go in the third period. Sault College 3 and Central Michigan 1. Face-off comes to the left of Farstad. Amelia Williams picks up the puck in behind her own goal. Williams coming out of her own zone. Rink-wide pass on the tape for Kaylin Jock. Shoots! Oh, that one off the side of the goal. Jock coming through center. Nice move, and she looking for Stoss. Didn't find her. Laboda drops it off for Stoss. Back to Jock. Sends it to the goal, and that went off something, and it went high off the glass. Williams out into the center ice area. Amelia Williams, number 11, Peterborough girl. On the near boards for Kaylin Jock. Tried a rink-wide pass, and that went off Gabriella Nixon. Right off the bench. Steen overskated the puck. Here comes Nixon. Shoots! And that went off the stick of Laboda wide of the goal. Nixon coming out of the pile with the puck. Oh, and there was a shot there by Windhurst, well wide. And Peyton Stoss gathers it in, coming through center over the line. 1-on-3. Musser fighting her. How does Stoss do that? She still has the puck. 1-on-3. 1-on-4. Steen shoots. And that was sent to the side of the goal by Flegel. Maddie Fick. To Steen. Lydia Steen. And the number 4, Maisie Angerman, come back to take the puck. Angerman. It's checked by Steen. Whitus, nice move. Around Knight. Shoots! That was blocked by Fick. Knight to Fick. Borlas had a shot. She found on that. Back comes Hayden Dunn. Dunn! Shoots! Scores! Number 5, Hayden Dunn. In her last homestand as the Sault College Cougar. Makes it 4-1 with 17:20 left to go in the third period. Stoss pounds that puck inside the Central Michigan zone. Stoss has it again to Sullivan. West. Back to Sullivan. 1-on-3. And she couldn't get through. McDonald. Sullivan. To West. That went off her stick. Back come the Chippewas. And that's Borlas. Shoots, and that was easily gloved out of the air by Farstad. 16:48 left to go in the third period. Sault College 4 and the Chippewas 1. Sullivan, Borlas, check that. Sullivan heading off for a change. So Fantazier and Borlas on the draw. Fantazier winning that back to Walsmith. Checked by Lou. Well, Lou has the puck. Lou. And she was checked hard into the boards by Fantazier. And back comes Gracie Dale. Dale has the puck for the Sault College Cougars. And the Central Michigan Chippewa player, Lou, hasn't gotten up. $16:27 left to go in the third period. Sault College 4 and the Central Michigan Chippewas 1. Hopefully you'll be able to join us tomorrow afternoon as the Sault College Cougars will say goodbye on seniors night to 3 players. Number 6, the captain, Emily. Number 11, Amelia Williams. And number 5, Hayden Dunn. And that was quite the collision between Fantazier and Canaloo. Fantazier being the much bigger player. And it looks like she's sitting up, and up she gets. And her night might be over. Shots on goal so far in tonight's game by the Sault College Cougars, 39. And the Central Michigan Chippewas, 8. Sault College just found the back of the net 4 times. Central Michigan once. So hopefully Canaloo will be good to go. If not for the rest of this game, she'll be back hopefully tomorrow afternoon for game 2 of the 2-game homestand. Face off. Right off the draw. And there was a quick shot. That was by Laidlaw. Wasn't it? Dale. Laidlaw. She was checked by Lepore. Around the far boards. Musser. To Kashup. Kashup couldn't get it out. Wasn't it? Across to Fantazier. To Dale. Dale by Musser. Dale in front of the net. And Laidlaw couldn't get the puck. Saudi off the boards, down the ice. Kashup giving chase. Amelia Williams will beat her to the puck. Williams, nice stop and turn. Rink wide pass on the tape of Emily. Lee shoots, rebound. And there's some of that skill that makes her the all-time point getter for the Cougars. Jock in, rebound, and a right pad save by Flegel. Some pressure by the big line for the Cougars. Pick. Jock. Kaylin Jock coming through center over the line. Shoots! Oh, and she ripped that one right through, almost through the glove of Flegel as Flegel just waved at that one. Laboda sends that one, but that one went wide of the goal. Fick. Off the side of the goal. Fick ends up with the puck again. Maddie Fick. And one too many moves as she lost the puck. Whitus up the center. That's Armstrong. Easily checked by Material Land. Lavoda to Lee. Knight didn't get very far. Land, oh, and she was poke checked. Saudi lost that to Land. Land transports that one to the goal, and that went off something in front of the net. Another shot or pass in front of the goal. Fick just off the stick of Weaver. Quickly, Hayden Dunn comes in. Front of the net, and that went off the skate of Declan Whitus. Weaver to Dunn. Dunn, short side, that was stopped by Flegel. Flegel, nice work to hug the post and stop that short side shot. Lavoda giving chase for the puck. No icing. And Lavoda digs it out. And here comes Matty Fick. Fick on the tape of Weaver. Hayden Dunn being chased down by Del Rey. Weaver lost the puck to Del Rey. There's a shot. Will it be right on? And Farstad, juicy rebound. Where is it? Sullivan's back to pick it up. And here comes Terrence Sullivan. 2-on-2, Sullivan and Stoss. Sullivan, right in. Oh, and she flipped that one high over top of the net as she fell into the boards. Lydia Steen shoots. That went off something in front of the goal. Looked like it went off Sullivan. And Williams wraps it around the boards. Kylie Del Rey will have it for the Chippewas. Nixon. And that'll be Gabby McDonald. Across the ice. Sullivan. And she was checked by Williams. Steen gets it inside the Chippewas zone. Windhurst gets it deep inside the Sioux College zone. Steen looking for Stoss. Stoss pitches it by the defender, but Windhurst will be there in time. Fantazier, Sioux College. He bumped off the puck by Horstman. And West has a goal for the Cougars. Another bump by Horstman. West. And she decides to come all the way back out. Danica West on the far side. Wolfsmith. She gave that to Williams. And Williams with a backhand pass, a little bit too high. Trying to take out a player on her own bench. And the whistle goes with 11:54 left to go in the third period. Sioux College 4. And the Central Michigan Chippewas 1. Musser. Getting it out. No, she didn't. It hit something on her way out. Hashup. Back to Musser. Musser clears it around the boards. Wasn't no. Back in. That's offside as the puck just came out over the line. And Wasno slapped it back in. And it was touched by a Cougar. 11:38 left to go in the third period. Sioux College 4. And the Central Michigan 1. Fantazier back to Wasno. Quickly over to Wolfsmith. And she fires it deep into the Chippewa zone. Sato. Laidlaw. Fantazier with a one-time shot, and Musser got her stick in the way. Hashup got that out and down the ice. Wasn't all. Will be there, and that's going after Saudi. And the puck's on the stick of Gracie Dale. Goldsmith coming through center. She was checked by Borlas. Borlas. Nice pass, and that was on the stick of Lou. But she didn't get it. Somehow she missed that one, and it's nice to see Canna Lou back on the ice as she was hit hard into the boards and stayed down for several minutes. So it's good to see her back up, and that's good news for Central Michigan Chippewas team and fans. 10:56 left to go in the third period. Sioux College 4 and Central Michigan 1. Whitus turns. Fires that one off the boards, all the way down the ice. And that's going to be icing once again on the Central Michigan Chippewas. So once again, the Chippewas will not be able to change the players on the ice. 10:44 left to go in the third period. Sault College 4 and Central Michigan 1. Puck comes back. Material Land. Backhand shot. Oh, and that one just went wide. As she's had some good chances so far tonight. No luck yet. Lou trying to get a break, but Glavoda will get there in time. Material Land. Left-hand shot coming down the right wing. Coming to center. She was checked from behind. Caitlin Jock. Back to Amelia Williams. Shoots! And she shot that one wide. Glavoda. Into Land. Land pushes her player off. Lee. To Jock. She was looking for Land in front of the net, and that went off a skate. Jock back to Lee. Lee was checked right away immediately. Williams. And she couldn't get that puck by Whitus. Back comes Del Rey, and she just shoots it in. Central Michigan needs a change. Glavoda. That one off the stick of Hayden Dunn. That's all the way down the ice, and that's going to be icing on the Sault College Cougars. So this time the Sault College Cougars will be the team that won't be able to change their players. 9:31 left to go in the third period. Sault College 4 and Central Michigan 1. Glavoda. Right. Glavoda off the draw. Stopped by Gray, but gets the puck back. Matea Glavoda. Kaylin Jock. 3-on-2 coming through center. Jock. Around Horseman. Jock in front of the net that went off a stick over top of the goal. Done. Back to Lydia Steen. Shoots deflected just wide of the goal by Weaver. Good active stick by Weaver to get a piece of that one. And it went just wide of the goal. Weaver, front of the net. Knight coming in looking for a shot. And the rebound wasn't there. Weaver has the puck for the Cougars. Back to Dunn. And Gabriella Nixon picks it up for the Chippewas. Steen will fire it back in. And Flegel will leave it there for Kylie Windhurst. No, she won't. She'll cover it up with number 18, Tara Knight, barreling in, looking for a loose puck. 8:32 left to go in period number 3. Sault College 4 and Central Michigan 1. That's Lydia West. Shoot, scores! Danica West with her second of the game. Danica West with her second goal of the game. And the Sault College Cougars are up by a score of 5-1. Very similar to her first goal. High, glove side, and not a chance for Lainey Flegel as West ripped that one. West being bothered from behind by Hashup. Haney coming in to get the puck. Sullivan takes it from her. Haney and West in the far corner. Hubert coming in looking for the puck. And it comes out. And Taryn Sullivan. Oh, what a move that was by Sullivan to stop behind the goal. And how did she not put that into an open cage? From our angle, we couldn't tell how she missed that. But Lainey Flegel kept it out. What a move that was by Sullivan. She's got some tricks in her bag. She uses them every once in a while. 8:01 left to go in the third period. Sault College 5 and Central Michigan 1. Ballsmith. That went off somebody in front of the net. That was Nixon. Another shot by McDonald. And that made it through, and that was kicked away. Fantazier pushes that to Laidlaw. Back to McDonald. Shoots. Oh, and she shot that one way wide. Vantazier for the Sioux College Cougars. Back to McDonald. Across to Walsmith. Shoots, and she shot that one wide. Vantazier, she was poke checked. And Angerman on the far side. Body gently by Dale. Nixon coming in. And she knocked down number 27, Laidlaw. Another shot by Walsmith. Dale with a backhand wide. Walsmith keeping it in for Sioux College. Dances around Angerman. Another move by Nixon. Shoots, and she shot that wide. Walsmith back to Dale. Donald. She just dumps it into the far corner. Dale shoots, and that went out something wide of the goal. Vantazier knocks her player down. It's the second time that Vantazier has done that. Back to Lily Walsmith for the Cougars. Rink wide to McDonald. Shoots, and she shot that one wide. Didn't get much on that one. Vantazier and Whitus looking for the puck, and it squirts out. And that'll be Kaylin Williams. Land coming in, keeping the puck in. Nice work by Materia Land, number 17 for the Sioux College Cougars. Back to Walsmith. Vantazier from the net. Land poked at that one. Scores! Materia Land has had a lot of good looks here tonight, and she got that stick on that one, and it went by Lainey Flegel. Might not be her prettiest goal of the year, but they all count. And the Sioux College Cougars are up by a score of 6-1. .6:02 left to go in the third period. Sioux College 6 and Central Michigan 1. Windhurst. Back to Horseman. Horseman falls. And Land knocks another player down. Materia Land. And gets her stick thrown away for her work. Back comes Del Rey. By Boisano. And Farstad with a good stick to knock the puck away. Williams, nice move to come back the other way. Amelia Williams coming out through center. Over the line, Williams almost made it through. And Windhurst got a skate in the way of that one. And the puck shot down the ice. Mayanna Boisano for the Sioux College Cougars. Kaylin Jock to Zoe Weaver. Zoe Weaver shoots. Rebound. There is no rebound. As Flegel covers it up. 4:59 left to go in period number 3. Sioux College 6 and Central Michigan 1. With 4:59 left to go in the third period, the Central Michigan Chippewas have used their timeout. Shots on goal so far here tonight by the Sioux College Cougars, 46, and by the Central Michigan Chippewas, 8. Sioux College can score in bunches tonight. It's been slow and steady with a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here, a little bit here. And we are up by a score of 6-1. Face-off will come to the left of the Central Michigan goal. Vic failed to keep that in, so Glavoda comes back to get it. Saudi right on top of her. And the puck's all the way down the ice. Musser. Back pass, but Knight will be there to get the puck. Haney. Musser. Saudi. Up the center. Nice breakout that was, and that one off the stick of Kashup. Back comes Glavoda. She was poke checked. And Hewart to Saudi. But Fick was there with a stick and stopped that. Oh, and the puck comes out in front of the net as Flegel missed that one. And she won't miss this one as she covers it up with 4:13 left to go in the third period. Sioux College 6 and Central Michigan 1. Stoss coming in, leaves it for West. West shot that one off a stick high over top of the glass and just underneath the scoreboard. And that'll play. 4:07 left to go in the third period. Sioux College 6 and Central Michigan 1. Abby McDonald to Danica West. Back to Lydia Steen. She overskated that one, so she just whips it around the board. Stoss. Back to West. In front of the net, that was a backhand pass shot. Sullivan. Stoss. Danica West. Back to Lydia Steen. Steen shoots. That was blocked by number 8, Kaylin Williams. And Williams just gently dumped it out into the neutral zone. Stoss around Saudi. And Angerman to Williams. She was lost control of that pass. And Nixon. West, that one off a skate. And it's going to be Reese Laidlaw coming over the line, 1-on-5. Laidlaw stops. Back to Wallsmith. Wallsmith around Del Rey. Shoots! And there was no rebound. Del Rey has it on the far side. And it's out into the center ice area. Buzino back in. Waitis. And Buzino will keep it in. Shoots! And that one went wide of the goal. Del Rey bothered there by Dale. Wallsmith shoots into the glove of Lainey Flegel with 2:33 left to go in the third period. Sioux College 6 and Central Michigan 1. Fantazier got control of that draw. And it's Mayanna Buzino across to Lily Wallsmith. Off the near boards, Dale. Got that by Horstman. And racing back was Kaylin Williams. She wraps it around the boards. Windhurst. She had that puck taken from her by Laidlaw. Kept in by Wallsmith. Oh, and it hopped over her stick. So the Sioux College has to come back and try again. Buzino. Ahead for Fantazier. Checked by Williams. Back comes Armstrong. She overskated the puck. Material Land looking for another goal. Nice move around Horstrom. And there was a gentle pass to Lee with a shot. And that one over top of the goal. Buzino missed that one. That could be icing. And that is the call on Central Michigan. So Central Michigan will have to keep the players on the ice. 96 seconds left to go in period number 3. Sioux College 6 and Central Michigan 1. Windhurst around the boards to Gray. William Horstman and Gray. Puck's on the far side. Material Land for the Sioux College Cougars. Around Armstrong. Looking for Jock in the slot, and the puck didn't make it all the way. And it's chipped down the ice. That could be icing again with Amelia Williams coming back to get the puck. And the whistle goes. Icing is the call with 68 seconds left to go in the third period. Sault College 6 and Central Michigan 1. Face-off will be to the right of the Central Michigan goal. And off the draw, it'd be, that's Gray on the near boards, up the center, and right onto the stick of Hayden Dunn. Loboda. Gray trying to get it out. Good work to get it out of their own zone. We're under a minute to go in period number 3. Hayden Dunn over the line. Stops in the corner. Back to Weaver. Dunn coming out with the puck. Loboda shoots, and that was blocked by Kashup. Kashup on the far side. Williams will be there. Shot by Kashup. Rebound. And that's Saudi. Out in the slot. Amelia Williams will have it for the Cougars. Oh, and there was almost a huge collision as Tara Knight sidestepped that one. Weaver shoots that one off a skate. Weaver in front of the net. And it's going to come out. Back inside the Sault College zone. Danica West with 4 seconds left. Shoots right on. And there it is. Third period is over. The final score of the Sault College Cougars 6 and the Central Michigan Chippewas 1. Peyton Stoss with 2 goals. Danica West with 2 goals. Leading the way for the Sault College Cougars. Once again, the final score here tonight, the Sault College Cougars 6 and the Central Michigan Chippewas 1. Next action for the Sault College Cougars will be right here at the Northern Community Center tomorrow afternoon. Check the start time, 1:30, as they will say goodbye on seniors night to 3 players. Number 5, Hayden Dunn. Number 11, Amelia Williams. And the captain, number 6, Emily. For the entire Sault College Cougars hockey team, my name is Mike Armitage. Thanks very much for watching, and good night from Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario.